All right. With NHL All-Star Weekend pretty much right around the corner at this point, as of recording this, I think it's about a week and a half away, right? So it's going to be coming up pretty quick, and what we decided to do is we're going to both draft our own teams because this year the NHL is bringing back their All-Star draft, which they did for a little bit in the 2010s, which led to a couple iconic clips you might have seen online featuring Phil Kessel and Alex Ovechkin. We're gonna be bringing that back here on the Trick Play podcast, and we've got a bit of a graphic set up to try and visualize this because this is gonna be a whole mess. This is a lot of players, that's for sure. I'm excited to get into it. I think the plan is off the jump, since it's everybody's favorite part of the All-Star Weekend, obviously. Everybody loves that the NHL likes to do this. Like, this is definitely not something that everybody complains about every year. We're going to be choosing celebrity coaches. People who know a lot about hockey and are going to have a great time coaching. With mine, I was thinking, who is somebody who I could not imagine in a hockey rink? Like, somebody I think that would actually just despise being there. Like, just... Who is the epitome of everything that is the opposite of a hockey player? And I think that is Conor McGregor. So I would like to welcome... Oh, I didn't click that. There we go. I would like to welcome Conor McGregor to the team, as he will help me draft... He will help with strategic trash talk. Yeah, welcome Conor McGregor, who definitely agreed to be featured on this episode, by the way.
For my celebrity coach, after I heard Simon's announcement, I knew I had to get someone equally big, if not even bigger. And while Simon is not, he's already posturing like he's going to lose by picking someone like McGregor, I am in it to win this competition. So I am picking what I think was the brightest possible hockey mind out there. Someone who knows in depth,
reads a lot of books,
all aspects of the game. He reads a lot of books. You could see him out there on the forecheck. You could see him out there scoring goals. You could see him out there blocking shots. This guy does it all. He's truly the greatest of all time. And truly the best person we could have to man this team. And that is LeBron James. Please welcome LeBron, everybody.
Incredible. Well, now, the elite coaching staff of us, as we're both very qualified to run a hockey team, obviously, and LeBron James and Conor McGregor, we can start drafting. We've got a very long list, as I mentioned. There's a lot of names here. I think I have everybody. I did my best here to make sure that we had pretty much everybody. I'm not going to bother running through all these names beforehand for all the audio listeners. I think you're just going to have to do your best to follow along. I think this is going to be a segment that might lean a bit better to the visual side of things, but you're still welcome here nonetheless. We will do our best to explain things as they go and give recaps, but this is going to be a long one, I think. So,
oh yeah,
Caleb, I think you have a coin. If you want to do the honors,
I do have a coin.
Do you want me to call it?
Okay. Before we do the coin flip, I have a proposition. A proposition. My proposition is that I will give you the first overall pick.
Okay. Free
of charge. I only have one condition.
Yep.
And my one condition is that you take Boone Jenner with your first overall pick.
Ooh.
That is my only condition.
Well, who are you taking with your second overall pick there? Because I think if I'm taking Boone Jenner, you got to take somebody as equal skill as Boone Jenner, which I know is hard, as Boone Jenner is an excellent hockey player. I think
I'd take McDavid. I feel like he's the closest in skill. He doesn't quite get there.
But then I feel like you're losing that trade. For your sake. I'm gonna have to.
This is a very generous trade.
I see that, but I think
need all of the help that you could possibly get.
I think
that's why I'm offering up.
I think Boone Jenner is just too much of just an incredible hockey player. I think in this case, but okay, let's flip that coin. Let's get this underway because this is gonna already take 10 years. So we got a lot of names.
You know what we gotta do is once we have these rosters, we gotta put them in like NHL 24 and see who actually
I was
wins.
gonna say that. I was thinking that before. I don't know if you're doing anything tonight, but I'm so fucking down. I have my capture card. We can set that up. I was gonna say 1 second. Simon, remember to edit.
Trick play gaming edition.
I think that's an awesome idea. We should totally do that. Well, now I can't edit it out because we're still having a conversation while we do it. I forgot to plug in my computer for all the people in the background. We're very professional podcasters here.
We are very professional podcast. Okay, Simon, you're gonna call it while you're plugging it in.
Well, I mean, I can't really call it in the air. I can't really call it in the air due to the lag, but
no, that's true.
I'll
George
go
Washington
tails.
is heads.
I'll go tails.
The American Eagle is tails. Okay. I didn't catch it. It is heads. It is heads.
Okay.
So I will get the first overall pick, and in hindsight, remember that I offered this up to you free of charge.
That's true. I could have gotten Boone Jenner. Darn.
With my first overall pick, I will indeed take Boone Jenner. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take Connor McDavid.
Oh, really? Wow. Ain't that a shocking one? Is Connor McDavid first player off the board? In real life, he is. I'm trying to center this. This is Photoshop.
He's a captain.
My friend. He is a captain. I was gonna say we're still allowing the captains to be drafted because for
I'm
more
the
fun.
captain.
Because exactly.
And LeBron is the captain.
Yeah, LeBron does
and
what
LeBron
he
says.
LeBron
really badly wanted to take Boone Jenner, but I hate fun. So
on the first page, LeBron has read more first pages of books than anybody else ever. And I think from all of that knowledge, he really wanted Boone Jenner, but
he really did.
Yeah, but your generosity leaving him here, as I will now take Boone Jenner, which I know is a weird way to pronounce Cale Makar, but it's just the way that I know how to say it. So welcome Boone Jenner to the team.
Very cool, Boone Jenner. Man, he's still on the board. This is going to be a tough decision.
I know, this is crazy. How did he make it this long?
Pick. Okay, so you took Makar, so I'll go into my next pick. It's honorable trying to take a defenseman as your first overall pick. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. But me and LeBron over here are real hockey minds, and you have given us right on the table the ability to pair McDavid with Draisaitl. So I might as well take that opportunity to put those teammates together again, which they will be in the actual All-Star game. So we'll get to see how that pairing plays out in real life. So when they get like 10 goals each, and then you know that me and LeBron have already won.
That's true. Yeah, no, I honestly forgot that they were going to play. The whole alternate captain thing is really weird to me, because that means there's going to be, 3 people standing up at the draft stand for the All-Star teams? Yeah. It's going to look really funny. But yeah. Anyway, I think...
You see, like Kucherov, Will Arnett, and Steven Stamkos, or whoever. I don't even know who it is. Most awkward, whatever the most
I still agree with... I don't remember if you said this before or during the podcast, but the idea of Nathan McKinnon... Oh, I've already forgot her name. I'm not a pop.
Tate McRae,
yeah. Nathan McKinnon, Tate McRae, and I'm guessing Cale Makar is his assistant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty funny sight as well. Although 2 Calgarians there, Cale Makar and Tate McRae.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. So there you go.
Yep, maybe that's why
I will not be pairing up teammates in this one. I'm going to be taking Austin Matthews from the Toronto Maple Leafs here and teaming up the M last names.
Oh, wow.
Yep, I know.
Look at that.
Controversial choice there, taking Matthews over McKinnon. I don't know how controversial that actually is, though.
I feel like that is relatively controversial, because I'm gonna snap that right up.
I'm sure.
I'm not letting that go one extra second without being.
Yeah,
you just gave me, I think, the 3 best offensive players in the draft.
Oh,
McGregor's getting in your head.
I don't know about that. I think I'd argue Matthews is a better offensive player than McKinnon is. Personally, I like McKinnon more, but in an all-star scenario where the goalies aren't trying, the defensemen aren't trying, I think I like Matthews.
I don't know.
I think Matthews is a better scorer, and I think his stats back me up on that one. This is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. I have David Pastrnak here twice, and once of them is misspelled. Just ignore that part. But I'll here. That means I'm probably missing somebody, but that's all right. I'll delete him. Now where to go from here? This is where it's going to start to get tougher because there are a lot of very good options still left on the board. Like, you got Pastrnak.
Jenner.
Yeah. Boone Jenner. I'm going to take Pastrnak.
Okay.
I won't complicate it.
That's not a terrible pick.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
I mean, looking across the board here, I think all of the superstars in the NHL are now gone, for the most part. There's a couple players who are like
they're all
fringe.
on my team.
There's a couple players who are all fringe, but I think the 6 players we have here are pretty solid.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with like this is gonna be a tough decision. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna play the strategy game. Me and LeBron, like, you know, we're in the backward discussion strategy. We've got a draft strategy here. So I'm not gonna tip my hand too much as to what our strategy is just yet. But I'm gonna go with Jack Hughes because I feel like you said all the true superstars are gone. Yeah,
Where
okay, that's
is
what I
Jack
figured.
Hughes?
You said all the true superstars were gone. I think Jack Hughes is the closest one to that at this point in his career.
Yeah,
so I'm going to take him. And
the funny thing is, when I said fringe players, I was thinking Jack Hughes. I think he is one of those players who was really walking the line. If you were to walk up to me on the street and say Jack Hughes is a superstar in the NHL, I wouldn't disagree with you. I just think that I just think that the previous 6 players are just like maybe a step above him. But it's not a big step. But yeah, now we are truly in that phase of like it getting a little bit interesting. You know what? Are we assuming here that it's if we're gonna do the NHL 24 thing, are we assuming this is still 3-on-3 or is this 5-on-5?
This is 3-on-3. You have to play it as if it's an actual All-Star game.
Okay. If it's 3-on-3, then I'm not gonna make that pick. I might still make that pick. I'm gonna still make that pick. Why not? Let's because yeah, that'd be my top pairing anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna take Quinn Hughes here. I'm gonna take the 2 best defensemen off the board.
Wow, he's splitting up the brothers, eh?
Oh yeah.
You know, my thing is this is an All-Star game. We don't need defense. I would have taken him at some point, but come on, this is the game that's going to be about 18 to 15 or whatever. I don't care about defense at this point. I'm just going to continue to create like the ultimate dream team. I feel like I've got a pretty good assortment of everybody who's a superstar. I'm going to pick someone who is more of a superstar in the past, but is still having a pretty good season and is still up there and is still probably one of the only good things about his team at this point, and that's Sidney Crosby.
That's a good pick.
Put Crosby up on the board. I think my squad is looking good. If you told me I could get McDavid, Draisaitl, Jack Hughes, and Sidney Crosby on my team,
that is a good.
I think I'd be
you have 4 centers.
The only one drafted.
You have 5 centers right now, which is the wild thing. Like, you definitely can see the strategy. That's for sure. You can definitely see it. I think
this is called positionless hockey. It's the All-Star game. We've all got people. You just got to pick best player on the board. That's what LeBron was telling me in the back. You just got to pick the best player on the board. He scratched.
That's some good wisdom from LeBron right there. Some good wisdom.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now this is where things just get. I've said that the last couple of picks. It's just tough. In my head, I'm looking at all these names and I just feel like there's so many good options.
I'm Wilson.
Yeah.
Vincent
That should have been. You know what? If you wanted a really good trade, I would have taken your offer to take Boone Jenner first overall if you took Tom Wilson. I would have been up for that. I'm gonna take Mitch Marner here. I think adding another M to the team. Another M. Austin Matthews teammate. That's the strategy. Yeah, that's what McGregor was telling me in the back. He knows a lot about it. Yeah, you can see that. You can see the wisdom truly shining through.
Can't wait until you take JT Miller with your next pick.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Who am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go someone who's a little bit more of a pure scorer. I think he can provide a lot of experience, a lot of playoff experience in terms of performing in the clutch, multiple Stanley Cup winner. We're gonna go Nikita Kucherov on this one.
That's another good pick. Yeah, he was the one I was arguing in my head. I was thinking Mitch Marner or Kucherov on that one, and I don't disagree with that pick. I think I'm gonna go a little bit younger here. A player that hasn't been in the league for too long. I think this is his 3rd or 4th year. I can't remember honestly off the top of my head, but I think he adds a little bit of youth to not necessarily an older team, but there's a lot of later 20s in here. I'll take somebody who's a little younger. I'm gonna take Kirill Kaprizov. I don't know why I struggled to get that out, but yeah, I'm digging it.
All right, that's a pretty good pick.
Yep,
that's a pretty good pick.
Adding another elite scorer to my squad.
I'm realizing Pasternak was not the only one who was up there twice. Does this mean we get to pick Frank Vetrano multiple times? If so, I might have to do that.
Where is he? Is he? Oh, he is up there multiple times.
Yeah.
So is Clayton Keller. Why are they both up there multiple times? Yeah. Holy smokes! No wonder this. No wonder this.
Multiple Frank Vetranos on my team.
No wonder this list looks long. Holy!
My 4th line of Frank Vetrano, and Tom Wilson.
Holy, it'd be over. Oh, you can still have Boone Jenner, Tom Wilson, and Frank Vetrano though. That's pretty elite.
You could. That's a killer. That's a killer All-Star line. Instead of that, I'm gonna go. Who am I gonna pick?
The spacing here on both of our teams is really starting to piss me off. I'm sure I'm not the only person. I'm the one doing it and it's pissing me off. I'm gonna just try and just don't mind me. I'm just gonna while you make your pick, I'm just gonna
look until your eyes fall out of your head.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna continue with my strategy of not caring about defense because LeBron tells me defense doesn't matter. When they gave him the all-time points record, they weren't talking about his defensive stats. That's what he's telling me. So we're gonna go. We gotta keep going. Best player available on this one. I'm gonna go. This is tough. We are getting to the point where a lot of no. Actually, screw it. Let's pay tribute to where I am right now. Let's pick up Elias Pettersson.
Okay, that's a good pick.
Give me the guy with the cool last name. Just needs one less T.
Okay, that's a respectable pick. There's a lot of he's one of those guys that I could have saw falling a little bit because I think it's kind of funny. I think he was overrated for a while, but now he's almost underrated because he had a couple down years.
An X-Star?
Yeah, no, he's had a very solid season. I think that he's definitely up there with a lot of the players we've mentioned already. I am gonna go with. I actually despise how many Leafs I have on my team right now, but I think I'm gonna go William Knight.
Wait, you're gonna go Nylander?
I'm gonna go Nylander here.
Almost half your team is Leafs.
I know.
Simon, closet Leafs fan? Who would have thought?
Oh, you wouldn't catch me dead being a Leafs fan, but I can acknowledge the fact that they have a couple talented players.
I'm gonna leave Morgan Riley on the board there for you. I'm not gonna pick Morgan Riley. I know, Simon, you're fan of you really want him on your team.
I know, I want him so bad because he's so good at hockey.
I know. I'll make sure he's up there for you. Um, since this guy, I was going back and forth between this guy and Pedersen, so I might as well just pull the trigger on it now. I'm gonna go Barzal.
Okay.
I'm
That's a
thinking
good
he was
pick.
he
I
was a
keep
guy who
moving this. There we
I
go.
put on my Canada international roster because I do think he is a very good player. I don't think he's I haven't really like heard all that much about him recently, honestly, so I don't know how good of a season he's having, but he has been very good for a very long time at this point. Having him on the third line with Pedersen, I feel like that's a decent start of a line right there. I'll find someone else to round out that three.
No, I definitely don't disagree with you either. I think that's a pretty solid line. Um, let's see. I think that I'm gonna go with. I'm surprised this guy's fallen as far as he has. In my head, when I think of players who are really like another player who's on the fringe in my head, who I don't know a lot about him. Truthfully, I haven't watched a lot of Hurricanes, so I haven't been able to watch him very
Oh yeah.
much. But I think he's out of all the players that I'm seeing on the boards right now. I'd almost argue he's one of the few players who are still like of that upper level. I think I'm gonna take Sebastian Aho here. I think that's probably
That's a good pick. That's probably who I'm going to take with my next one.
yeah. Well, it feels weird that he's still here. He's one of those players, so I have no issue taking him.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go someone I think who's having like a sneaky good season. I haven't been watching the most NHL this year, because this is my normal pattern is that I watch NFL until my eyes fall out of my head, and then eventually once the Super Bowl happens, I start getting back a little bit more plugged into hockey again. So I was surprised when I looked at the Florida Panthers stat list and saw
Oh
that
yeah.
Sam Reinhart is like going off
He
this season.
he was the
and is
player that I was
insanely
fighting in my
good.
head about. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking. Just because of his performance this season, to be outscoring some of those guys on the team that he's on, um, that's kind of insane level production. So I'm more than willing to take a chance on a guy like this at this point in the draft when there's not a lot of like superstars left.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think that's a really good pick. I think where I'm gonna go here is probably I think we're finally at a point here where I might try and take a swing at one of the players who are going to be playing in between the pipes. Just because in my
Ooh.
head, and the main reason I almost feel like I'm going a little early here with it, is I feel like there's a bit of a skill difference between a couple of the goalies on this board, at least in my own head when I look at it. And I think
Oh yeah.
I think there's one player who really stands out, and he's another one of those guys who is really at the top echelon of the sport right now, and I think that's Igor Shesterkin, and I'm gonna throw him right on
Okay.
my team. I wanted to take him earlier, but I'm happy I got him now.
Well, that's a good point. So I was wondering when the goalies were going to start going because I did think about that. Me and LeBron were chatting it up in
Yeah.
our weekly strategy meetings, in preparation for the draft. And our strategy ended up being is that we just wait for you to take a goalie because we think there's two pretty much equal in skill level players out there. So we'll just wait for you to take one of them, and then we're good with taking the other one, and that's going to be Connor Hallebuck.
Yeah.
Put him up there. That's LeBron's pick. That's LeBron's guy. LeBron
Yeah.
loves Winnipeg.
Well, and McGregor was saying a lot of similar things. Is something that you might know if you follow his career is Conor McGregor does not like leg kicks very much. I'm sure you can picture why he does not like leg kicks very much. So he respects any man who is willing to strap 10 pounds of of protection around his legs. So for McGregor, it was very obvious here why you would take a goalie early. But I think for my next pick here, I am probably going to try and round up. I was leading up to try and say something there, but I don't know. I didn't know who I was going to take off the top of my head. You know what? I'll take. I'll take Dahleen. Why not? Another defenseman.
Alright.
He feels like he's too good at hockey to still be on the board, so I'll take him.
He is. I haven't taken him because LeBron is screaming at me anytime I try to bring up taking a defenseman. So, um, with the players that are left, it is kind of looking like a little bit rough. But I'm at the point where I'm kind of on my fourth line. I don't know, in an all-star game, this doesn't really matter, but fourth lines, you kind of need someone who's a little bit tough. I don't know, maybe you can start an all-star game fight. First one since John Scott. I don't know. He seems like the kind of guy to do it. That's Brady Tkachuk. He's still got that scoring touch. He's still more than worthy of being an all-star, but he provides a little bit of grit to the team. We like having that over here on Team Caleb. LeBron is all about grit and toughness.
Oh yeah, big time.
He would never sit out any games.
Oh, LeBron's all for the fans.
Oh yeah.
From here, Kachuk was one of the players I was looking at, and that actually makes my choice a little easier because when I'm looking down the board we currently kind of have going here, we're starting to get to the point where we're looking at some players who are a lot of these players are it's their first times here, or they're not a player who you would normally see here a lot, but they'll make an occasional appearance. I think where I'm gonna go next here is probably I think I'm gonna take DeBrincat. I think that he's had a really good bounce back here in Detroit. And I like adding another good playmaker to my squad here. Former teammate of Brady Tkachuk.
I think that's a good pick. That's probably who I was going to go with next. Because again, we are kind of getting to the point where things are looking a little bit limited. I'm going to go with someone who was recently added. We're gonna get one of the injury replacements off the list. And that's going to be Kyle Connor. He's someone who I think has been underrated for a long time. Another really good scorer. Pair him up with his teammate in Hallebuck. Obviously not a lot in terms of chemistry because they're not going to be passing to each other probably unless Hallebuck's making a rush down the ice, unless Coach LeBron schemes up something devious. But he's a good scorer, and in terms of all the other guys on here, even though he is an injury replacement, I almost feel like he's a lot more deserving than some of these other guys who are left, like Lindholm or Vetrano or Keller. So put him up there. I do think if we're going by LeBron's strategy of best player remaining, I do think he is probably the best player remaining.
No, and I don't disagree with that. I think that he's another player I've been eyeing for the last little bit because I'm a big fan of. Obviously, we've played a couple here in Calgary. We've played a couple playoff series against Winnipeg in the last couple years, so we've gotten to see Kyle Connor a couple times, and he's a very good hockey player, without a doubt. I've always been a big fan of him. I have no issue with that pick. I think I think where I'm gonna go next here is probably taking There are a couple players here who I think are on very, very equal ground, at least in my own head. I think where I'm going to go is probably by taking the best scorer, at least out of the players that I'm seeing right now, and that's Brock Besser.
Tom Wilson. Oh.
You were close. Don't worry.
My guessing game's a little bit off. I feel like I'm in your head.
But speaking of which, I'm guessing that's your next pick,
and then
right?
And then you
that's who. LeBron's all about grit, like you said.
LeBron is all about grit, but I don't know. LeBron doesn't vibe with Tom. Tom was getting into a little fisticuffs in him in the back room during the commercial break. LeBron's got a little bit of personal vendetta. He's more of a Frank Vetrano guy, but he feels like that's a sleeper that can wait.
I don't know.
If I'm looking, LeBron was up late grinding the Frank Vetrano tape. You know that he was. LeBron. Me and LeBron, we're looking at this list and we're kind of disappointed with everybody that's left. This is kind of
we're getting to the point where it's just grab someone.
Who would you rather have on your team, Vincent Trocheck or Clayton Keller? Oh boy.
Oh.
Possibilities are endless. I'm gonna go with a guy like there's only a few people left who I'm like, yeah, you deserve to be an all-star, kind of potentially. I think one of those guys is Philip Forsberg. I'm gonna pick.
Yeah. That too. If you didn't, I would have.
I think Nashville is having a better season than a lot of people think. Yeah, I glitched out for a second there, but yeah, he's Nashville's having a little bit of a better season than people think. They're kind of on the fringe, and he's the star player there. I think he's not nearly as good and hasn't quite ascended to superstar heights like it kind of seemed like he would in his younger seasons. I remember when he and Gaudreau were kind of in the race for the Calder that one year. That was he was playing insane. I don't think he's ever quite lived up to that, but he's still a player with a lot of talent and is still a star, if not a superstar. So me and LeBron are more than willing to get him on the team because we got a little bit of slim pickings left here.
Yep, and I'm gonna just immediately grab the guy who was sitting right next to him because I think they were really the
Yeah.
two people I was competing with in my head. You made my choice a little easier. I'm gonna go Nick Suzuki here. I think he's probably the next best available. He's another center to add to a team. Like we mentioned, this will be 3-on-3, so I think it makes he's one of those players that I think at least makes a lot of sense to add to a team like this.
Yeah. And now, if I'm looking at the players left, me and LeBron, because LeBron's a defensive guy. He's all about defense. LeBron,
Obviously,
except when he's choosing
looking,
defense.
yeah, I was gonna say, looking at your board, I think that's pretty clear there. Huh?
LeBron is about defense, but not about defensemen. He's a very complicated, nuanced guy. If you ever get to know him.
I imagine.
There's a couple players we're interested in that we're looking at that we're like, okay, that could be a good fit. But we also think that we got some sleepers. So those guys we think we're safe to wait on. We're gonna try to play a little defense with our picks here, and we're gonna go with JT Miller.
Okay,
We're
that makes my
gonna
choice
block
a
you
lot
from the
easier.
we're gonna block you from getting the All M team, because we think that'll just destroy your team chemistry.
That's true.
Considering how many M names we have now, we've got McDavid, we've got Miller,
Oh,
we've
that's a
got
very good
Matthew
point.
Barzal.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots.
Things
McGregor
are
just
things are looking rough.
pooped
Things are
his
looking rough.
pants.
The plan you guys initially had.
That's true. That's true. I think where I'm going to go next here is a player that I think has fallen a little bit further than maybe he deserved to with the season he's currently having. I was very much hoping that you were not up to I'm blanking on the word. I was very hoping you were behind on your Arizona Coyotes tape on this one. But I'm going to take Clayton Keller here. He is just
LeBron hates the Coyotes. Anytime
LeBron's not a big
I
fan of
wanted to watch
Arizona.
Coyotes tape, anytime I wanted to watch Coyotes tape, he pulled out a gun and threatened to shoot me.
LeBron took offense.
There's no way you're going to Arizona. We're not going to Arizona.
Only 3 points under a point per game pace. I think it's honestly disrespectful that he fell this far because he's been such a big part of that Arizona team that seemingly came out of nowhere and is having a very respectable season. I think that he's the obvious one for me at the very least.
All right. Now we're getting into it. We've got a few left. There's a lot of goalies left, but I'm not looking to take a goalie at this point.
Yeah, I think
it's because you already got one.
we can kind of agree to. We can agree.
Two.
I was gonna say, yeah.
All in terms of, I do think. No, me and LeBron, we're just gonna pull the trigger on who I think is the best player of it left, because even though we think we could wait it out a little bit more, I think the risk is a little bit too high. We're gonna pull a player off of one of the most surprising teams of the 2023-2024 NHL season, the Philadelphia Flyers. We're gonna pull Travis Konechny.
That's a good pick.
Very underrated. Very underrated. This Flyers team is doing fantastic, and Konechny is a big part of that, even if he isn't as much of a household name, and if he isn't like a star among the league elite at this point. He's still considered the best player on a Flyers team that is pushing its way into a playoff spot. So I think that's a great kind of character guy to have on our team. LeBron's all about the character guys.
LeBron's a big character guy. Everybody knows that. With my next pick here, I think out of all the players left here, I want to do I'm going to quickly look up the stats here because I do not know. I am sorry, Robert Thomas. I do not know your game. Okay, that's what I thought. I figured I'd heard very good things. He currently has 46 points in 44 games. And I knew he was having a very, very good year. So he's another guy that I think has kind of gone under the radar a little bit across the NHL. And I'm more than happy to add him to the team. He's another center. He's another guy who's pretty solid defensively as well. I'm very happy to have him on the squad. But yeah,
that's a pretty good pick.
The Waters... are not quite as deep as they once were.
Yeah, we're looking at these guys, and we're so LeBron has forbade me from choosing defensemen, so that limits my options. There's only a few forwards left. Um, I'm gonna pick a guy that most people think does not deserve to be here, including me. And we've had extended conversations about this in terms of him probably not deserving a spot in the All-Star game. But we're gonna pick. It's not like he's a bad player. He's had a bad season, but we're gonna pick based on what we know he's been in the past. And when you pair this guy with good line mates like you used to have with Gaudreau or Monahan or Kachuk, whenever those combination of those guys were available, Lindholm performs under those situations. So if you give him some all-star line mates, there's a chance he can rack up a few points, provide some decent quality minutes in an all-star game. Put Lindholm on the squad.
That's a respectable pick right there. I think, like you said, I don't agree that he deserves to necessarily be here stats-wise. I think he's had a very big down year, but I don't have an issue with it talent-wise. I agree with you. I think you pair him up with a lot of players who are on your team right now, he will have a very, very good showing. I think he's one of those players who can't necessarily shine alone, but when put with other stars, he gets elevated, and I think we'll definitely see that. But I think next here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself I'm probably going to go... Ugh, this is really thin now. I actually think I like Morgan Rielly, even if I have to slide him up on forward. Like, like at this point, I almost think he's so good talent-wise that I think...
all the Leafs.
Yeah, I've got all the Leafs. Oh, no.
Big Leafs fan. Big Leafs fan.
Big Leafs guy. You know what? But
I think,
is there even any more defensemen left on the board? I don't think there is.
Is Bjorkstrand a defenseman? I don't
know.
He's
not. He's a winger.
Anyone I'm not certain about. Okay. No. LeBron has completed his mission.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you go Rielly, then I've again got limited options. I'm gonna if we're leaving, we're kind of leaving the goalies to the end here because we already got our starters. I'm gonna go. We're basically just kind of like closing our eyes and shooting darts randomly. So I'm gonna go with Thomas Hertl. I feel like he's kind of got the most talent out of anybody left on this list. Where he's had some good performance. I don't even. Is he still on the Sharks or was he?
He's on the Sharks.
Go to the Devils? I don't even know. Okay, he's still on
You're
the Sharks.
thinking
You know
Meyer.
what? I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I am thinking Timo Meyer. But Thomas Hertl is still the best player on a bad Sharks team, and that's one where I think the quality of the team doesn't necessarily impact the quality of the player. Is Hertl going to be a guy who would be there if we didn't have to choose someone from every team? No. But is he a bad player? No. He's a good guy who we'll have on this team, and he'll maybe do something.
I can't believe you let him fall this far. Caleb, you done messed up. You done messed up. He's still here.
You stealing
after
Toronto?
All this time, he's still here. Just sitting there in the wake. Just sitting in the wake. If there was a Martian laser pointing at the planet, and a hockey player needed to hit a 3-pointer for the entire thing, you know who I want? Give me Boone Jenner.
No.
I think I've made my point.
No.
I had to do
God
it to
damn
you.
it.
I know he's your boy.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll rebound. We have options. Remember, LeBron's been grinding this Frank Vetrano tape this entire time. And I think he's got a point. Give me Frank. Put up Frank. Put Frank up on the board. Fuck it, Boone. We want Frank. Give me Frankie.
Ooh, good pick. Respectable pick.
I trust LeBron wholeheartedly. LeBron's been grinding that Anaheim Ducks tape.
I think where I'm going to go next here is I'm going to go for another one of the injury replacement players. There's only 2 this year, which is pretty good luck. I'd argue it's pretty good luck. Not including players who just opted out, like Ovechkin, for example, but I'm going to take Vincent Trocheck here. He's had a very, very respectable season. 43 points. he's one of those players who goes under the radar a lot because I think he's consistently good, but he's not necessarily been consistently great in his career. But this year he's having a very, very good year, so I have no issue taking him here.
Yep, that's a pretty good pick. But I'm gonna go. Remember, LeBron's a great guy. So LeBron is looking and saying, who's the guy who are gonna,
There's a lot of goalies here.
There's a lot of goalies here. I'm not taking a goalie. Screw a goalie.
Yeah.
We're getting a guy who can provide a spark to the team. Give me Tom Wilson.
Yeah.
Only the most talented players on LeBron's team. Frankly,
to round that
Tom
out,
Wilson
then,
parents to be unmapped.
I'll take Oliver Bjorkstrand, and then you can have a first pick at backup.
Okay.
Maybe
If
how
we're
we can do
taking
this. How we can do this. If you are actually down, I am so down to just throw these teams in NHL 24. That is an awesome idea. I think that would make for a really good end to the segment. But
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, why don't we do that? I think we'll just say we both take a backup here. We'll take one backup.
Okay, just one.
Because there's too many goalies here, I think.
Yeah. You don't think that people are clamoring to find out whether we like Jeremy Swayman or Thatcher Demko more?
I think the people will have to live on this one. The people, sadly, I don't think we're going to see five goalies being on a rotation throughout the game.
Come back next week for the Jeremy Swayman Cam Talbot debate. Unmatched content over here at the Trick Play Podcast.
Oh.
I'm gonna, with my pick, I'm gonna take, maybe this is a Flames fan bias, honestly, but someone who's haunted my dreams for like a couple years now. That's Jake Ottinger. If he can play at all like he did against the Flames, oh boy. I know he's still a fantastic goalie, but if he can pull out any of that, I don't know, Hellebuck pulls a quad or whatever, we got a fantastic backup.
Yeah, and I'm going to take Thatcher Demko, another player who we see a lot in the Pacific Division. I don't know if he's still holding up to that level that he was at one point, but I know at a certain point this year he was standing on his head for like the entire season and just doing incredible for Vancouver, so I think he's a good pick there. Whether we'll actually see them in our incredible matchup that, if all things go well in the recording of it, because I don't know if this will work, you will get to witness. You probably won't see the backups, but who knows? Maybe a judgment call will have to be made when one of us is losing by 4, probably Caleb.
No problem. I don't know. LeBron's got good strategy. LeBron has drawn up some good plays. There's no chance in hell we're ever trailing in this game. Mark my words.
Do you have a score prediction?
Not a chance.
Do you have a score? Or you know what? Maybe we should wait.
18 to nothing for me.
Well, fuck you. 21-0. You ain't ready.
The Toronto hat trick.
Have you seen Boone Jenner's game? You don't know game.
LeBron knows game. Fuck you.
I don't know if we'll be able to set up a 3-on-3 game. That's the most interesting thing to me about this entire thing.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out. I'm excited, though. This will be fun. Before we get into it, for anybody who is tuning in just to this segment, this is going to be its own separate segment as well. We, in a previous segment that is on our channel right now, went through all of the teams, or we went and drafted both of our teams, sorry. So what we're going to be doing quickly here before we get into the actual gameplay, if you want to skip to when the game actually starts, you can skip to a point that is going to be, one second. It's going to be up here. It's going to be on the screen right now. Yeah, there you go. Skip to then. But we'll go through our teams first for anybody who didn't watch the draft segment. Also, neither me or Caleb have seen our lines. We'll get into mine first. We are not setting our lines. These are set up by our celebrity head coaches in LeBron James and Conor McGregor. So let's see what Conor McGregor has for us. Already, top line, Kirill Kaprizov, Austin Matthews, David Pastrnak. I don't hate it. That's a pretty good starting line. I like it. I like our odds of winning with a line like that. William Nylander, Sebastian Aho, Mitch Marner. Respectable. 2 Leafs. Alex DeBrincat, Nick Suzuki, Clayton Keller. And then to finish things off, Brock Besser, Boone Jenner, the GOAT, the captain, if you will. And then Oliver Bjorkstrand. On the defensive side of the puck, we have a pretty wild setup. Quinn Hughes, Cale Makar, can't really get better than that. Morgan Riley, Rasmus Dahlin, another very, very serviceable line. And then two very, very good defensemen in Vincent Trocheck and Robert Thomas. In between the pipes, we will be having the... Oh, God. This is lagging a lot. Come on. Sebastian. We're going to have Igor Shesterkin and Thatcher Demko. Starting will be Igor Shesterkin. And then, Caleb, if you want to run us through or your team
All right.
While I quickly...
So, again...
There we go.
So if you're new to this segment,
well, no, don't spoil your defense. Yeah. Don't spoil your defense.
Okay. We'll look through the lines first. So we wanted to keep the Oilers together. So we got McDavid and Draisaitl on the top line. We got Kucherov to add an extra little scoring touch. Then we move down to our second line. We got Pettersson, get some of that Canucks winning luck there. Get someone from the top player from the top team in the league, can never go wrong. Jack Hughes, budding superstar, paired up with someone who's been a superstar for a very long time, Nathan McKinnon. Then we got a little bit of a solid kind of gritty grind them out line. We got Kyle Connor, JT Miller, Travis Konechny. Then I can't even see who we've got on left wing at the bottom there.
Brady Tkachuk.
We got Brady. Oh yeah. This is our ultimate grind them out line. We got Brady Tkachuk and Tom Wilson to punch their teeth out. And Thomas Hertl is there too. All right, we'll move on to the defense. And so, if you're looking at this, you may think Crosby on defense. What the hell is happening? But LeBron is actually smarter than you, because LeBron has decided that in hockey, after grinding hours and hours of tape, he has decided that defensemen actually don't matter, and that all you really need is forwards and just put them back there and they will score a whole bunch of goals. So we're going to put one of the greatest hockey players, if not the greatest hockey player of the last generation, Sidney Crosby, on left defense. Because not only does that put one of the greatest players in the history of the game on the ice as much as he possibly can, it also pairs him with the McDavid, Draisaitl, Kucherov line. And then you put Sam Reinhart out there, who's having an underrated season for the Panthers. You put him out there, oh boy. That just is going to wreck some havoc. Then our second defensive pairing, we got Matt Barzal, we got Elias Lindholm, another couple great defensive players. And then to round it out, we got LeBron's favorite, Frankie. You put Frankie out there on defense. You got to get the Frankie Petrano, Tom Wilson, Brady Tkachuk combo out there on the ice. Ooh. Oh boy, can't be stopped. And then you throw Philip Forsberg in there for a little bit of extra speed. We'll get out there with the goalies. We did pick Hellebuyck first, but I guess Jake Ottinger is better in this game. But it's okay because he's absolutely fantastic. If you're a Flames fan, you saw him in that series a couple of years ago. Man, makes me sick how good he is. Oh man, absolute stud out there. This team is potentially the greatest roster ever assembled because LeBron James controlled it all. Absolute GOAT.
Very true.
This team cannot fail. Cannot fail.
No, I don't disagree. I think this team is very, very stellar, but I think your defense is going to come bite in your butt, and we're going to find out right now.
Okay,
Welcome
there we
back.
go. Okay, here we go.
Welcome back. The game is about to get underway. Our teams are now assembled. This is going to be the laggiest stream ever because we are using a very scuffed setup to do this. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't even know. So
Crosby's on defense.
Crosby's on defense.
What is happening?
LeBron's strategy of not picking defense hasn't really worked out because it turns out we couldn't do 3-on-3, so we have to do 5-on-5. But it's okay. I think the chemistry of the team is good enough. I think we've got good enough players.
What is happening right now? Can I
I don't know if the screen is as pixelated as it is for you right now,
is.
Simon.
Oh, it is. It's very slow. This is terrible.
I think this honestly adds to the appeal, frankly.
Oh my god. Oh no, we got
This is what LeBron would have wanted.
No, it's so Oh, it looks
Here we
normal.
go. Here we go.
It looks normal. Okay, maybe.
There we go.
Oh, Makar!
Oh, we letting
Oh, what a
Makar
breakaway!
on a breakaway?
No! Oh, for the
Stoned
audio
him.
listeners,
Stoned him.
Makar just got absolutely
Audio listeners?
stoned. Kucherov's on the break.
Audio listeners, I'm gonna say take a break and come over to
Yeah,
YouTube
for
on
this
one.
you're
getting some quality gameplay here.
Oh my God, everything's
you want to be
happening.
cheering for
Why
the
is
team in the
Ottinger's in net for you? Not even Hellbuck.
Oh damn! Is Ottinger rated higher than Hallebuck in this game?
I guess. Here, how about we take a quick pause and take a peek at what they have for lineups, if we can even do that. Can we do that? We can't do that. Okay, never mind. I lied.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine.
Out there right now is Hughes, Pedersen, and McKinnon for you. Nylander, Aho, and I think it was. I didn't see who the last player on that line was.
That's a solid line. That's a solid line right there.
That is a solid line. Immediate turnover though.
I don't know who we got. I don't know who we got on defense.
I almost feel like we have to split this into 2 sets. Oh, Dahlin up on the rush here. Nice shot from the outside.
I think we do have to split this into 2 segments.
Well, we can like have one long one, and then I might upload this as its own separate segment because this is hilarious. Okay.
This is fantastic.
For all the audio listeners out there, so far it's been a lot of offense for my squad, not a lot for Caleb's. Caleb does not have any defensemen. For an update.
I don't have any.
But
Well, we got Crosby playing defense.
that's true. You do have Crosby playing defense. Nice plays. Nice passing here. Nothing's gonna come of it. Hughes up on the rush. Oh,
See,
Lindholm.
I think my team, right to the
Nearly a good chance. Nearly a good chance. Okay, we're back on the rush.
It's
Keller.
okay. We don't have any defense.
Yeah! Woo! Clayton Keller.
Damn it.
That's what happens when you let him fall. Let's go. That's a strong start.
God damn it.
Off the rebound. Clayton Keller scores it. It's now 1-0.
LeBron is furious.
LeBron is fuming right now.
This is why LeBron hates Arizona.
Yeah, there you go. He just knew it would happen. DeBrincat,
okay.
Suzuki,
It's
and
okay. We have
Keller
to-
for me out there. You guys have to respond quick here, though.
We do. Did we put the McDavid line out there?
Hopefully. Suzuki. That one gets turned back over.
See, this is okay because we have such good offense that we can score so many goals so fast. Oh. Get the forecheck.
Yeah, good forecheck there. You guys stole it in the neutral
Crosby
zone.
out there. Crosby out there on D. What a play! I can't even tell who that is. We got JT Miller out there.
I was gonna say, I want to try and do play-by-play for the audio listeners here, but it's such chaos, and I just feel stupid doing play-by-play for something as dumb as this. I actually am inviting all of you to come over and watch on the video version here. I think you're missing out.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Currently,
this is quality hockey. Okay,
yeah.
There's only 41 seconds left.
So my top line is Kaprizov, Matthews, and Pasternak out there against Kachuk, Hurdle, and I think that was Tom Wilson. So currently a bit of a mismatch out there right now. Ooh, Wilson laying the body.
Are you guys? Oh,
easy save for
that's a good
Shesterkin,
chance.
though. Those pads look nice. I like the pads. Does my team even have a logo on their jersey? I can't even tell. Oh, is that McDavid? R.I.P. McDavid.
I couldn't even tell.
Or 97. No, that wouldn't be McDavid because that'd be 97 on my team. Oh, Crosby getting knocked on his butt. And that's going to do it for the first period. That's going to do it. So after one period of play, my team leads 1-0.
They got a lucky goal. Got a lucky goal.
So far, your team has not missed a pass yet. My team is currently winning on time
It's
on
because
attack.
we're so good on offense.
Currently, I'm beating you in shots, 6-4. The one goal
we
so
pushed
far,
at the end of that period. We pushed at the end of that period.
You pushed. That's true. Clayton Keller currently has the one goal of the game. He scored it fairly
Tom
early.
Wilson is our leader in
beating
stats.
Ottinger. beating Ottinger off the rebound. Okay, we'll get back into the second period now. This is awesome. I'm glad we had this idea. Oh, this is the trick play all-star game.
Brick Play Gaming coming to a YouTube near you.
You have Sam Reinhart and Crosby as your top defenseman. Okay, that's gonna get
good.
stolen.
That's good.
Pasternak on the breakout. Oh, nearly a good chance.
Car ain't shit.
Makar losing the puck in the.
We got McDavid out on the ice. We got McDavid on the ice.
Yeah,
He's gonna make
McDavid's out there with
happen.
Draisaitl going across. Oh, that's our first penalty.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Send it to the
Pasternak
box.
sent it to the box. The captain.
If there's anything this team is built to do, it's win on the power play.
You are using, and this is a conversation that I've seen had on Twitter a couple times, and I've been one of the people arguing against this. But some people believe that teams should start throwing out a 5-forward power play unit.
See, we have no choice. We have to throw out a 5-forward power play unit.
Crosby back by the net in front of Forsberg.
Oh.
You guys are going to hold on to
that was a weak dump out.
Nice move by Hughes. That's something weird about NHL. Crosby in front. Back out to Forsberg. Hughes in front. No.
Oh, that was a good chance.
That was a good chance, but Shesterkin was there.
That was a good chance. Right to the slot.
God, maybe I was gonna say maybe taking a goalie off the board early was a smart move. Also, we wanted to do this in 3-on-3. We couldn't. It wouldn't let us. Like, you can't use custom teams in 3-on-3 in NHL for some reason. And I couldn't figure it out. So this is what we got.
LeBron was fuming. LeBron was fuming. This team is built for 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Do we still have a power play? I can't see under my.
I think you guys have a couple, like maybe a minute left in it.
Okay.
Time on attack is evened out a little bit for the period. 2:12 to 2:31.
Yep.
They're leading. You're currently kicking my butt in the face-off circle. That's not surprising. Your whole team is a bunch of centers.
Yep. Oh, let's go. It's a potential.
Oh, if he got by there,
it's going to be a potential 2-on-1.
Oh, but you'll keep it in. Crosby back in front. Nearly two good chances.
Look
Miller,
at all this pressure.
Hughes in front.
Yeah.
We got a tie.
Let's go. Jack Hughes. Oh yeah, that's the kind of team we built here. Oh, look at those beautiful jerseys. Slam one past Shesterkin there. We've taken all the momentum.
Oh, that's true. You guys on the power play, I think, as well. There you go.
Team is built for the All-Star game. Some teams are built for the playoffs. We're built for the All-Star game.
Oh, here you go. Hughes. Oh, nearly a good rebound shot. That's going to go cross crease. Marner. Back out to Nylander. Now we're breaking out. Here we go. Trocheck. Up on the attack. He's pretty pissed that I took Boone Jenner over him, so I expect a big game from him.
Where's Boone Jenner's ice time?
Where is Boone Jenner? That's a great question. Is he benched?
I haven't seen. You haven't pulled out your best player.
I was gonna say, if I could edit the lineup, I would have put Boone Jenner top line. Makar with the steal across to Marner. Marner cutting in. He's gonna get knocked off.
Mine is leg, and I don't know if we're getting scored on or not.
Makar back out to Marner. Oh, good chance in front. Not quite gonna go though. McKinnon gets the steal back across to Lindholm. Kaprizov back to Makar. Back out to Hughes. Long shot. No good. To Makar. Back out to Hughes. Hughes missing two shots in a row there. Pettersson over to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to rush up. I think there's a broken stick in there. My squad ends up getting the steal. Hughes back up on the attack.
So laggy right now. I have no clue what's going on.
That's why I'm just deciding to commit to the bit. I'm doing play-by-play now. Pasternak is going to get the steal in the corner, sends it to the center to Makar, who's rushing up alone. Up the wing.
Oh, there we go.
Trying to find someone in front. Hughes, long shot, no good. Because he's just going to cover that one up.
I went out of commission for about 4 minutes of game time there, but we didn't get scored on. That's all I can really ask for.
McDavid in the face-off circle against Boone Jenner.
Boone Jenner's in the game.
He's in the game. Boone Jenner. Come on.
Did he win that face-off? He won that face-off.
Boone Jenner's nuts.
Oh my god.
McDavid in front.
Oh my god, but he's about to get scored on here. Oh.
Had the pass to Kucherov, no good. Darlene breaking out
This is a
now.
fantastic
He has Jenner up on
period
the
for
rush.
us.
Oh, you guys are doing good. Darlene's just going to kick that one in. Nothing's going to come from it. You guys are breaking out now. Draisaitl up on the rush.
The McDavid Draisaitl
Setting it up
line
front.
ready to wreck you
Forsberg,
guys.
Kucherov, McDavid in front. Shesterkin just waving the glove at him.
Oh, what a
Beautiful
save. What a
save.
save. McDavid in the slot, and he gets denied. Rough. That's okay. I like what I'm seeing about this squad. It's positive momentum. LeBron is happy. That's all
LeBron's
you can
happy.
really ask for in a situation like this.
Connor gets blocked
LeBron
on
is
the
very
outside.
happy with this.
LeBron is very happy, I'd imagine. For anybody who didn't watch the first part of this segment, LeBron is Caleb's celebrity coach. Conor McGregor is mine. That's going to do it for the second period, though. That was a competitive one. I think you guys won the period.
It's a good thing. Oh, absolutely, we did.
Yeah, you guys definitely won
we
the
just
period.
let you guys have the first. We let you guys have the first.
You guys came
and then
out
we're
slow.
coming back from here.
That's
on out.
LeBron's philosophy.
Also, yeah, exactly. LeBron says LeBron has the Pete Carroll philosophy. Can you win the game in the first period? No. Can you win the game in the second period? No. Can you win the game in the third period? Fuck yeah. That's what we're saying in the locker room. That's what we're saying in the locker room. We're ready to push for this third period. I
So
also think
after
it's
the
very
second-
important that you.
It's
very important that you gave the
I-
context on
Yeah.
who LeBron James is in this situation, because people are about to be very confused as to why I keep talking about LeBron's opinion on this whole thing.
Okay, so I'm going to run through it for the audio listeners who can't currently see the stats on the screen. Currently, it's 9 shots for me, 11 for Caleb. He's kicking my butt in hits, and currently passing percentage, as your team finally missed a pass. You hadn't missed one in the first period. You're beating me in face-offs. My team took a penalty, and you were able to capitalize and tie things up, so you're one for one on the power play. And I'm just barely beating you on time on attack, but it doesn't feel like it. Do you have any wisdom for your team, Caleb, going into the final frame?
If I'm telling, well, I'm leaving it all up to LeBron, because I think he knows what to do with his team. He's so in touch with it. He's studied hours and hours of film on this team. He's going into this period ready, and he's got these guys amped up. I don't know if I can add anything more to that. I would just say Tom Wilson should be on the ice the entire third period. Would be my only
Same
pointer.
with Boone Jenner. We gotta get that matchup. Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson versus Boone Jenner fight.
Oh,
Have them
that'd
fight
be
at center
incredible.
ice.
We need a goalie fight. Okay, I think we can get into the third here. Tied 1-1, 20 minutes to go. This is close. I'm happy this is close.
This is the most exciting thing Trick Play's ever done, I think.
I think so. I think we just peaked. Makar back outside to Kaprizov. Fighting Matthews inside, walking in. No one there for the rebound. Kaprizov back out to Matthews. Oh, nearly a good chance.
There we
It'll get
go.
blocked.
Good play by
McDavid on the rush. McDavid knocked off the puck. Hughes now rushing up with it. Finding Kaprizov on the opposite side, handing it off to Matthews. Matthews tries the toe drag, gets it to Kaprizov, but just barely stopped there.
Let's go.
We're coming out strong. We're coming out strong.
That's okay. That's okay. This is what I've always said. This is what LeBron has always said. Good defense is the foundation of this team. That's what he's always said.
As McDavid's going to win that one back to Crosby, back up to Kucherov. Kucherov breaking down the middle. He's going to get stopped, but not for long. Reinhardt buries it!
Oh, yeah!
2-1! Oh, no!
Reinhardt pick at the top corner. I knew that pick would pay off. A late round pick out there with the top group. Oh, what a steal in the draft that was.
Oh, my team needs to turn things around. McGregor is fuming. McGregor just threw a dolly through a bus.
Crosby out on defense. That's why you put Crosby out there on defense. Who started that play? Crosby. Put him out there on defense. He's an absolute all-star defenseman.
Draisaitl's going to send that one up to Kucherov. Kucherov's on the rush. Gets it stolen by Matthews. Back across to Makar. Pasternak moving through the neutral zone. He's going to send that one backwards to Matthews. Matthews now sending it across to Hughes. Kaprizov on the rush. Sending it in front. Tipped wide. Back up to Makar. Into Kaprizov. No one's there to grab it. But we're getting some decent pressure now. McDavid. Draisaitl on the rush hit now. 12 minutes remain. He'll get knocked off the puck. Sebastian Aho is now on the rush. He's got no one with him, though. Oh, he'll hold on to it. Marner! Nylander! Oh! So close. Just narrowly stopped. Ottinger standing on his head. Makar over to Sebastian Aho.
What's going on in the corner over there? Oh, no.
Puck's just going to bounce off the pad of Ottinger and end up on the stick of Reinhart. McKinnon now on the rush. He's all alone. Sending it outside to Pettersson. Stolen by Nylander as he breaks out once again.
Oh, what kind of move was that?
Back across to Nylander, but he'll just get it stolen right from him. Hughes gets knocked off the puck. Stolen by Riley, but that one's just going to get sent right back down. We got to talk about pulling the goalie quick here. We're running out of time. He'll get knocked off the puck.
Yeah.
Keller rushing up. He'll flick that one inside. But it looks like his team line mates went off for a change.
Time is draining. Time is draining right now.
Time is running out. Riley is going to get the steal as he rushes in with it. No! No! Delayed penalty! Oh, what have we done? Oh.
Was that in? Oh, what's that? Oh, I didn't even see that. Get in the box. That sign is right. It's time to retire, DeBrincat. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, we better
put that 5-forward power play back out on the ice.
No. Oh, we gotta keep it out here. Robert Thomas is gonna get the clear after a good chance by JT Miller.
Oh, I thought he had a chance to take that. That was scary for a second there.
Oh, that'll get knocked off his stick. Oh, maybe a shorthanded chance here. Bjorkstrand able to hold the zone. Not for long though. You guys will steal it right back. Hughes has it now. Over to Miller. Miller's on the rush. He's all alone. He's got Forsberg on his wing, though. Inside to Crosby. What a save! As Shesterkin keeps it a one-goal game. Holy smokes!
If you guys come back, that's the play that did
that
it for
is
you.
The play.
Oh, my goodness.
Jack Hughes up on the rush. Morgan Riley gets the steal, and he'll tip that one right in. 20 seconds remain on the power play. You guys are running out of time. This is what we need now. We need to keep it in the zone.
We got to get some pressure here.
Okay, that'll do it for the power play. Kucherov's going to get pinned. We'll try and hold the zone. Steal it in the neutral zone.
That was a golden chance.
DeBrincat on the rush. Has someone in front. Sebastian Aho. Oh, a couple people in front. No one's able to bury it. Aho's able to get a steal there. 1 minute remains here. You got to think we're talking about pulling the goalie. McGregor is
pull the goalie.
Oh,
come on, man. This is the All-Star game. This is the All-Star game.
By Shesterkin. He's going to choose to send it out. Jack Hughes to Marner.
There's only 20 seconds left.
My timer just went off. Marner's on the rush. Pulled goalie. Nylander shoots. 14 seconds on the clock. Oh, to the corner. In front. Not able to bury it. Ottinger's going to cover it with 8 seconds.
Oh, the pressure. The tension.
Oh, my God. Nobody's in between the posts. 6 people out there.
This is the greatest game of hockey ever played.
Oh, we got our basically Toronto line out there. Crosby's going to have it. He'll send it in front. Pasternak with the steal. We still have it. Marner shoots. Marner. Oh, no.
I can't get the shot off. That's a win. That's why you don't take any defensemen. That's how you draft a hockey team. LeBron knows hockey. Come bite me, McGregor. Come bite me. Get out of here. What a performance.
I'm in shambles.
What a performance.
You don't need any defense. Shambles. That'll do it.
With the prettiest jerseys and the top players and the best draft and the best coaching, Team Caleb wins it. And an absolute thriller.
Oh,
you don't need to. We didn't even win time on attack. And we still had the defensive
We lost. The
acumen
penalties lost it for us. The penalties lost it for us. Too undisciplined. McGregor went out there and he said, you got to attack with ferocity. And we just did it a little too much. McGregor was like, take those ankles, hit those legs, but not understanding the rules out here. He was like preaching MMA garbage while we were out here taking heads. But unfortunately, you guys have too much talent that if we kill McDavid with an up high, like, damn question mark kick, it ain't going to matter.
See, this is why you get an experienced hockey mind like LeBron James as your coaching staff. LeBron James isn't
Oh,
going to make those amateur mistakes. He's going to coach his team to be disciplined. We didn't take a single penalty throughout the game.
oh,
What a performance!
what a
What a
hockey
game!
game! What a game!
See, this shows.
Can I? You know what we should do? We should quickly do a quick rundown here of what both of our teams are. You know what? Actually,
I guess this is that.
but behind the scenes here, I'll say, you know what we'll do? We'll put this at the front of the segment, so we'll re-record this. Anyway, thank you for watching. All of you would have already seen our rundown of our teams, and they were awesome.
Yeah.
They were awesome. So thank you for watching the segment. This was fun. This was worth the time it took.
This was absolutely. This also goes to show that the new NHL format is pretty cool. I don't know if it'll live up to the hype that this one did. I think we already had a better spectacle than the actual All-Star game's going to be. If I'm going to say that, if I could be so bold. Maybe this is just a note to the NHL to get us out there next time, because I think we just provided a more entertaining product than what they're going to showcase.
That was incredible. That was truly a hockey game. That's all I have to say. Your lineup
That was a hockey game.
Your lineup was so incredible that you were able to pull it off. Wow. Just insane. I can't believe it. Good game, sir.